Hello students, I am Bishwajit Nath. Welcome to my YouTube channel Best Physics Guide by Bishwajit Nath. Today I am going to discuss about transistor. You know that a diode has two terminals. One is P type and another is N type. But a transistor has three terminals. There are two types of terminals. One is PNP and another is NPN. That is, in first case, that a transistor has two terminals at the end, P and P, and the middle terminal in the middle part is N, PNP. One part is known as emitter and another end is known as collector, and the middle portion is known as base. In case of NPN, this is emitter, this is collector, this part is collector, and the middle portion is base. In case of NPN transistor, the P type has more free holes than free electrons. That is, the major charge carrier in the P type is holes, and in case of the N type part, the major charge carriers are free electrons. Okay, the emitters are highly doped and their width are maximum. These emitters are highly doped and their width is maximum. And the collectors are moderately doped and their widths are moderate. But the base are slightly doped and their width is least. And these are the circuit symbol of PNP or NPN transistor. For PNP, this is emitter, and for PNP, the arrow moves inward direction. For PNP, the arrow moves inward direction, and for NPN, the arrow moves outward direction. The arrow shows the emitter portion, and middle portion is base and other portion is collector. In general, the emitter and base are forward biased. Okay, emitter and base are forward bias, and collector and base are in reverse bias. That is, emitter, here P type emitter is connected with positive pole of the cell, and N type base connected with the negative pole of the cell. That is, it is forward bias. And the P type of the collector is connected with negative bias of the cell, and N type of the base connected with the positive pole of the cell. That's why the collector and base are in reverse bias. In case of NPN transistor, the N type emitter is connected with the negative pole of the cell, and P type base is connected with the positive pole of the cell. That's why emitter and base are in forward bias. And N type collector is connected with positive pole of the cell, and P type is connected with the negative pole of the cell. That's why the collector and base are in reverse bias. In the both cases, IE is equal to IC plus IB. That is, emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current. Similarly, in this case, IE is equal to IB plus IC. That is, emitter current is equal to collector current plus base current. This type of connection is known as common base. This type of connection is known as common base. Since here the base is common, this portion is known as input portion and this portion is known as output portion. Here base is common to the input and output portion. That's why it is known as common base. This type of connection is known as common emitter connection. Here common emitter is common for both input and output circuit. That's why it is known as common emitter connection or common emitter circuit or CE circuit. This common emitter circuit is very useful in electronics or electronics devices, since the current magnification for common emitter circuit is huge than common base or common collector circuit. That's why we use common emitter to amplify in amplifier or in oscillator, etc. We use common emitter circuit. This type of connection is known as common collector circuit or CC circuit. In this case, collector is common for both input and output. That's why it is known as common collector circuit. This is the actual diagram of common emitter PNP transistor, which is very important in our practical life. This is NPN transistor. The emitter is common and which is earth. This is base which is connected with a external battery or external electric source, plus and minus, and it is connected with a rheostat, and this ammeter, microammeter, measures the base current, and this voltmeter V1 measures the potential difference between base and emitter, which measures the VBE, that is potential difference between base and emitter. VBB is the electric EMF or EMF of the cells of the connected with base, and this is collector which is connected with another cells. VCC is the EMF of the cell, but here value of VCC is less than VBB. This milliampere ammeter measures the collector current, and this voltmeter V2 measures the potential difference between the collector and the emitter, that is VCE. This is the actual circuit diagram of common emitter NPN transistor. This is the input characteristics curve, which shows the variation of base current with the variation of voltage difference or potential difference between base to EMF. When the potential difference between emitter and collector keeps constant. When the potential difference between emitter and collector is 2 volt, then we can get this graph. And for 3 volt potential difference between emitter and collector, we can get this graph. This is known as input characteristics curve. This is the output characteristics graph, which is very important for amplification. Here, when the base current IB keeps constant, then each graph shows this path. This graph shows the variation of collector current with the potential difference between collector and emitter. When IB is 0, then this is below the value of IB is equal to 0, then this region is known as cutoff region, and this region of the graph is known as saturation region, and this is known as active region. This is known as active region, and this is known as cutoff region, and this is known as saturation region. What is cutoff region? When the emitter base are in reverse bias and collector emitter are also in reverse bias. That is, emitter is in reverse bias and collector also is in reverse bias. That is, input circuit as well as output circuit both are in reverse bias. Then this region is known as cutoff region. When the emitter as well as collector both are in forward bias, then we get the saturation region. That in this case, the input region and the output region both are in forward bias. And when the input region is in forward bias and the output region is in reverse bias, then this region is known as active region. In this case, the emitter is in forward bias and the collector is in reverse bias. This graph is drawn for common emitter circuit of NPN transistor. This circuit shows the common emitter transistor as an amplifier. We use this circuit or this common emitter transistor as an amplifier. Here we gives the input signal Vin, that is Vin is the potential or voltage of the input signal, and this is the V output or potential of the output signal. Here the IE is equal to IB plus IC, that is emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current, and VCE, that is the potential difference between the emitter and collector is equal to VCC minus ICRL. Okay, that's why since the ICRL, that is IC, is out of phase of VCC, that is the collector current is the opposite phase of VCC. That's why the potential drop across the load RL, load resistor RL, is out of phase of VCC. Therefore, we can get the amplified output signal as VCE. Amplified output signal as VCE. The following graph shows the amplification signal or the variation of output signal with the variation of input signal. Now the current amplification factor of common emitter transistor, it is denoted by beta, is equal to dou IC by dou IB when Vc is equal to constant. That is variation of collector current or output current by variation of input current or base current, when the Vc or the potential output potential difference of Vc remains constant. This is known as current amplification factor beta or of C transistor, C mode. Now the current amplification factor of CB transistor, that is common base transistor. In case of common base transistor, the output current is IC or collector current and the input current is emitter current or IE. Therefore, alpha is equal to dou IC by dou IE, that is change in collector current by change in emitter current, or change in output current by change in emitter current, when the output voltage or VCB, that is potential difference between base and collector, remains constant. Now the relation between alpha and beta. We know that IE is equal to IB plus IC. Therefore, DIE is equal to DIB plus DIC. That is change in emitter current is equal to change in base current plus change in collector current. Therefore, dou IE, dou IC at VCB remain constant is equal to dou IB by dou IC when VCE remains constant plus 1. We know this is equal to 1 by alpha and this is equal to 1 by beta. Therefore, 1 by alpha is equal to 1 by beta plus 1. This is the relation between alpha and beta. Now, AC voltage gain. AV is equal to dou VCE by dou V input. That is output change in output voltage by change in input voltage. This is equal to change in output current, that is del IC, into output resistance or load resistance divided by delta IB, that is change in base current into input resistance or IN. And we know delta IC by delta IB is equal to beta AC, that is amplification of current in common emitter mode into amplification of resistance. This is the AC voltage gain in common emitter circuit. Now AC power gain. AP is equal to delta VC by delta Vin into delta IC by delta IB, that is output power by input power, output power by input power. This is equal to delta IC by delta IB whole square into R out by R in. This is equal to beta square A, beta AC square into amplification of resistance, that is output resistance by input resistance. This is the AC power gain of common emitter circuit. Today I am going to complete my video, and please subscribe my channel, and thank you for watching my video. Have a good day.